So we're here with the Tencent folks who just won NewscastStudio's Augmented Reality, Virtual Reality Set of the Year Award, and we're talking a little bit about the project they created for the Tencent NBA studio. So Eric Ulfers of Clickspring Design led the studio design, and Nathan Marsh of Girraphic Park was in charge of the augmented reality, the virtual graphics, and the main wraparound graphics package. So do you want to talk a little bit about the inspiration for the look?
No, actually I don't. The inspiration for the look, I think that what we pondered as we addressed the design was essentially what had to happen, within the broadcast. And I think the fact that we knew there was going to be augmented reality as a major part of it, we needed to create space, platform for that to happen. And it's just basically real estate. So we looked at the design really from, you zone a design. You actually find the areas that you really have to have activated during a longer broadcast. And in this particular case, it's so odd because it's not traditional TV, it's streaming, and which isn't odd anymore. That's the new world. So I think that was the fact that it was sort of out there. We were pushing envelopes at this point and challenging traditional platforms. We wanted the design to challenge some of the perceptions of what a TV set should look like, and I think we did.
And then Nathan, this was your second time working with Tencent NBA, so you had to kind of bring some of that inspiration and that knowledge of them and their product. So then talk about how you combined that and you created a studio, the graphics package and the wraparounds to help enhance the story.
Well, yeah, as Eric said, we got lucky. We had a great team in Clickspring that pretty much laid a solid foundation for us. And pulling off a lot of those design concepts in Eric's set, we tried to create a nice structured look that melted into his physical set design. And yeah, it was fun. Like, we had a lot of great ideas from the Tencent team, especially on the social front, which Tencent does extremely well. So we developed quite a few of these brand new social games that users via WeChat were able to log in and actually donate coins and different sort of things to get them involved in the coverage. I thought that was a pretty cool aspect of the project. But just in general, it was a fun project, top to bottom.
And then talk a little bit about the Chinese market in general. They have a different take on broadcast design than maybe the U.S. market. They're a little bit more innovative, a little bit more willing to try new things, and how that played into the designs.
Well, I would say you have to kind of divide that one. You have to parse it a bit in the sense that traditional broadcast in China is still a little bit old-fashioned, and so there's expectations that aren't exactly progressive design-wise in traditional, on a traditional platform. But the benefit with working with Tencent is they were just out there. It's like they wanted something that would actually appeal to a younger demographic, and they were willing to take a big challenge, from a design vocabulary, and it's not traditional in any way. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they took the risk, and I think it paid off. And again, with working with Nate's gang, it became seamless. And it sounds overwrought, but I think you want it. That's exactly the end product that you want, where it doesn't look like there were two separate companies or three different stakeholders working on the same project. You want it to just read as completely woven together and seamless.
Yeah, I think Eric hit the nail on the head. I mean, Tencent, they allow you this freedom to be creatively expressive, and their internal team generates an impressive amount of ideas for every single part of the project. It's never us on an island. It's always them involved, giving feedback, actually coming up with the ideas, and the collaborative team effort is something that, to be totally honest, I don't think I've had too many projects where you have this many separate teams that gel together quite so well. So I mean, and hats off again to Tencent. That really is their creative drive pushing us forward and making us do our job even better. So I think that's why this set stood out so much, and I think it's why the project was so good.
I think the environment that Tencent also encouraged was, it was an environment that was welcomed collaboration. and risk-taking. But I got to say, it's like, as opposed to a lot of traditional broadcasting, it's a fun group to work with. And, you know, they're just plain fun. And you can't always say the same thing with, unfortunately, traditional venues and broadcasters.
So you are so cool. So yeah, you know that this is very happy to work with Clickspring and the Girraphic. Also with RT work together. It's amazing. You know, that's very proud for us to get this reward. And yeah, it's very important for Tencent. And I think that is also a good opportunity to introduce Tencent to all of the world. Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Eric.
Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you with RT. Yeah, and also thank you, NewscastStudio to give us the reward. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So this is our 2017 Set of the Year winner for the augmented reality, virtual reality, and Tencent also won for Sports Set Design of the Year.